Hey guys, since I don't see Don, maybe he'll join us in while we're still presiding. Let me see if I see him on the list. I do not. So why don't we call the meeting to order and we'll proceed. And let me make a, and yeah, why don't we proceed? We'll start the meeting.
Yes, okay.
Sure, let's do
All
it.
right, well, the meeting of the Design Review Board of May 4th, 2021 is hereby called to order. Their first item of business, is there any staff communication?
Yes, thank you, Chair Paul. Staff does have some communications. Wanted to remind you, and I think we all know that DRB member Sadi was elevated to the Planning Commission. So we have yet to backfill her position on the DRB. That will become, now that we're meeting, we'll begin to meeting more regularly. This will become an important placeholder that we need to fill. So we'll get on that to fill it. Also, it looks like that board member Blaney is not with us tonight as well. So we are without two of our board members tonight, but we do have a quorum. We have three of you, so that will work. Four of you, excuse me. I wanted to let you know also, if you look at the agenda, there are no meeting minutes. So we last met on February 17th. And at that time, we were reviewing, I think we were asking for some input. The Planning Commission was asking for input about potential changes to the Design Review Board as far as creating a DRAC, which is like I guess a subcommittee of the Design Review Board. So they asked for some comments, and then also we also picked officers. We elected officers and adopted rules. But these minutes aren't ready for tonight to be reviewed, so you won't find those as well. I wanted to provide comments that both these projects tonight received a considerable amount of additional comments for both of these that are on the agenda. And these came in after the distribution of staff's report to the board. These additional comments, I wanted to make a comment to say that these comments have been forwarded to you, have been forwarded to the board. Each of you in separate emails, both Friday, yesterday, which would have been Monday, and then today as well with cover memos from staff. Looking forward, we do have this next scheduled DRB meeting would be on May 18th. We currently have an discussion item. It is a conceptual review of a replacement of an existing light industrial office building at 16 DeLuca Place. So I just want to let you know that we will be meeting at our next scheduled DRB meeting, which is 2 weeks from today. I wanted to let everyone know, I've received some chat comments about how do I participate in this meeting. And I will go over that as we move into, or shall we move into any of the discussion items tonight. But in general, everybody's on mute. You raise a hand, you'll be recognized by staff, by me, the Design Review Board staff liaison, and then I will unmute you. I'll recognize you based on the last 4 digits of your phone number if you haven't written out your name. And then you will have 3 minutes to speak. And I ask you to watch that timeline, please. In order to unmute yourself, if you're on the telephone, you'll need to press *9. *9 will unmute you, and you're able to speak. And then you want to hit *6 to unmute yourself, or to mute yourself, excuse me. And the last statement that staff had, I wanted to request something of the board for this evening. At the beginning of the pandemic shutdown, the city, like all other government jurisdictions in California, made a concerted effort to shift to fully digital online presence. This includes how staff distributes meeting packets, agendas, staff reports, and plans to the Design Review Board. Due to either the amount of site work or added bulk and mass proposed by the projects tonight that you will be reviewing, staff believes we have put the board in extremely difficult. that staff believes we have put the board in an extremely difficult position to adequately review the projects on tonight's agenda without hard copy plan sets. Staff believes these agenda items are potentially controversial due to the volume of public comments received and request a continuance of both discussion items on tonight's agenda to a date certain, specifically to the next scheduled DRB meeting, which once again will be held on 2 weeks from tonight on May 18th. Staff will provide a hard copy plans to the DRB members prior to the May 18th as scheduled meeting. So at this time, staff, through the chair, would like to request a continuance of tonight's agenda items, which will be automatically rolled over to the next meeting, which again is May 18th, and we already are meeting for one agenda item. This will now be agenda item 2 and 3 as well. So you'll need to, as the chair, you'll need to discuss it and take a vote, and we'll go from there.
Is that it, Steve? Thanks.
That's it.
Well, should we go through board communications at all first, or take up
Please,
that?
no, please do. That's just staff would like the board to take up staff's request for continuance.
Okay. How does the board feel about staff's request? The request is that the two items be continued in 2 weeks' time to a date certain on the next DRB meeting, which will be held as a Zoom webinar, right?
Correct. May 18th.
Yeah, given what's happened, in my opinion, given what's happened here in terms of the proper information getting dispensed and having adequate time to review the project, I fully concur that the only way we could review these two particular projects would be to continue it.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah, I agree as well, especially because there are ongoing comments that are coming in addition to the original material. Feels that a continuance is needed to digest all of that information.
And I would concur as well. It's a voluminous amount of material that's come in, both in the original staff report and subsequent, and not having enough time to digest it all would be unfair to any of the participants, the public or the applicants. So, would someone like to make a motion to continue these two items? That's the 3341 Ross Street Terrace project and the 800 Mission Avenue project to the next DRB meeting on May 18th.
Yeah, I move we continue these projects to a date certain, which is May 18th.
I will second.
All right, is there any further discussion on the matter? Hearing none, we'll call for the vote. All those in favor, aye?
Aye.
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 All those opposed? Hearing none, it's unanimous vote. These two items will be continued until May 8th, date certain.
May 18th.
May 18th, I'm sorry, May 18th. That'll be 2 weeks from today on a Tuesday, same time, 7 o'clock, same. There will be a different Zoom link or same link?
A new Zoom link will be created, and gosh, how are we going to do that? We'll have to send out notice ASAP. Yeah, to let everybody know what it is.
Well, I'd like to apologize for this continuance to both the applicants and the public. I know you probably came here expecting to do a whole presentation and discussion about this, and unfortunately, it'll have to wait until 2 weeks' time to be really fair and let everyone's comments be fully digested by the board members. So thanks for coming. You can stay around. We still have some other communications, I guess. Is there any other? There was nothing on the consent calendar. Is that correct, Steve?
That's correct. Really, all we have left would be board communications if the board has any communications with staff.
Okay. Anyone on the board has anything to communicate?
Yeah, I have one thing. I'm glad to hear that we're getting hard copies for these projects for the next meeting, but I use hard copies all the time for every project. I carry them to the field with me. I draw on them. I use them a lot. I understand the desire to make everything electronic and use less paper, but I find the hard copies to be very valuable to me, at least. I don't know how anybody else feels.
Can we make it elective? I'm very comfortable with electronic personally. So it may be, I don't know, Steve, we can.
Can we
discuss
take
it.
this offline and I can send out an email and you guys can respond if you need the hard
Okay.
copies or not. So I'll do that tonight.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Any other board communications for staff?
I just had a question, Steve. You mentioned that because we have a vacancy on the board, has there been a notice that's gone out yet soliciting?
No, there has not. It hasn't been on anybody's radar. Frankly, the city hall has been not that. We've been working at limping along at very few limited staff. So now that the DRB is now moving along and will be meeting more regularly, I'll have to bring it to their attention, get it on their radar that we are in need of filling in former DRB member Saudi's position.
Just a comment too. I don't know if this is just us or if anyone in the public has hung on. I have worked with every municipality in the last year and a half or whatever, since whenever this started. I've worked with every single municipality in this county. And I know you guys are challenged here. I can tell you that you are doing a much better job in planning and in the building department in the city of San Rafael than any other jurisdiction in this entire county. Hands down, no doubt. It is a complete epic disaster almost everywhere else in this county. You guys are holding it together. I know it's trying, and right now, and this little snafu today is one thing, but my God, it is so much better than everywhere else. So I just want you to know that, Steve.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
much better.
Thank you. Well, let's make sure we take care of business 2 weeks from now. So, yeah.
You got it.
Any other board communications?
None.
Great.
Then seeing no further business, I will adjourn this meeting.
Okay.
Good to see y'all.
See you guys in 2 weeks.
All right.
Thank you,
Thanks,
guys.
Steve.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.